What's up, guys? So I'm finally getting around to doing a room tour video, but there's a catch. I'm doing it in two parts, and the reason being is because I did this video on Sunday, and about an hour or so into it, I ran out of space on my phone. So I deleted that video, and I sat in my bed, and me and Gina just watched TV, and I deleted videos, pictures, files, just games, apps on my phone, and I freed up, I want to say 80 gigs, 85 gigs. So to be safe, I'm going to do this in two parts. Because my luck, I'll be 95% done with it, and it'll cut out. So it'll be all that for nothing. So it's going to be the whole way here, and a little room. I'm going to upload it, and then come back and do part two, which would be the big room. So, all right. For those of you who always watch my videos, thank you for coming back and putting up with my nonsense. If you're watching this for the first time, welcome to the fucking loony bin of my incoherent babble. You can hear a lot of cursing, a lot of nonsense, I guess you could say. I don't know. So we're going to start here. Nothing's really changed here. Been the same shit. My pops. I have so many fucking pops. I mean, this is like a tent of non-horror, non-Walking Dead, non-wrestling. Like, it's ridiculous. I gotta go through them all. I'd be selling some pops. My Laurel and Hardy stuff. That's an original March the Winter Soldier's poster. I said it before and I'll say it again. The guy that mad at it did it wrong. He should have did it on a flat piece of wood, not on like a spaced piece of wood, if that makes any fucking sense. I got posters. Signed by Tyler Main, signed by Andrew Bransky, who's fucking awesome. Derek Mears signed these two. He's awesome. Tyler Main's awesome. This is all just spirit shit and stuff like that, like custom stuff that I got at conventions, like that Jason Machete I got at a convention. A lot of spirit shit. A lot of shit you can get a spirit. Those are customs. Sorry for the no space. I have to put it on this setting in order for the flash to work. When I get to the bottom there, I can widen it out. It's time by the guy to play the Creeper. Again, spirit stuff, and that's done by Doug Bradley. Doug Bradley was awesome on Actions. Put that. I purposely got this Hellraiser Bloodline poster to put that line because that's in a movie, which is actually. It also my text sound. When people text me, that's the pinhead is, do I look like someone who cares what God thinks? I've had that text sound for 2009. That's custom. Yeah, these are all spirits, spirit. That's actually custom. Just, shit you can get a spirit. My extra stripe, the Trick or Treat Studios chainsaw from the original Chainsaw Massacre, and that's the NECA 2003 Chainsaw Massacre chainsaw, which is signed by Andrew Bransky, right there. I should have had this signed. He was supposed to do a convention 2 years ago, and he canceled. And I was planning on getting it done in yellow, and he passed away, so it fucking sucks. Let me get down here now. Let me take that away. Hold on a second. Let me do this. And let me do that. There we go. All right. My Bloody Valentine, the original. Not the poster's not original. It's a copy. It's a reprint. So I'm like Peter Campo, who I'm actually going to meet Chiller, the end of April. That's the remake. Remakes, whatever. I mean, somebody kills in there pretty cool. When he cut the bitch's head off with the fucking shovel. That was pretty sweet. Sorry, David Howard Thornton. That's a custom that Gina got for me from some guy. Along with this, these are all the spirit lights. Let me turn these off real quick and you can see them better. Those are all from Spirit. The Chucky light's not as bright as I thought it would be. And of all these lights, which bugs me, Art is the only one that actually has an on switch. Like you plug them all in, boop, they all go on. Not art. You gotta sit there with a little button and beep, 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 beep. Like it's like a clicker for a fucking car alarm. So, I'm hoping, now that Spirit's making a Jason this year, a Jason animatronic, I'm hoping they fucking pimp out Jason. A light, a sidestepper, a mat, what else? Sidestepper, a mat, a horror baby, a light. Anything Jason they could do, I hope this year, because again, the animatronic shit. It's compared to the original one from fucking 15, 16 years ago, this one's horseshit. I'm not getting it. You know what I'm getting? Definitely getting the alien. And I might, I'm talking, and when I say 50-50, it's like 49-51. Them getting the Pennywise in with the blood from the nose down. I want to see it in person. I'll make sure that it's tall. He has real hair, not sculpted hair. And I want to see the body shape. Like the one he made a couple of years ago. You guys will see it eventually. It's in the other room. That's like the best animatronic ever made. I think. But whatever. So, let me put this light back on. I got Spirit stuff right down there. Nothing spectacular. These were made by somebody on Facebook. The page is called Life Size Horror. They did these two, and I got a Sam in the other room. As I was saying, I had a Life Size Sam in the other room. That'll be the second video. I said I'm doing a whole little foyer thingy here. In my little room, and then doing a big room in the second video. Again, Spirit. That's the sideshow Chucky. That was a custom. I'm pretty sure the person was in Brazil. These are customs. The guy that made these, made those. There's actually machete in here. If you can see it. Has all Jason's masks on it. And then my name. Right there. Machete that came in here is a regular machete. I took that out. I put that in there. Spirit. I don't know where Gina got the Travis County sign from. I've had that since we lived in fucking Passaic. And that's the top one's a custom. That's Queen's boat from Jaws. Sean's sword. I told the story before, but people watching this for the first time, I'll tell it again. We went to Comic-Con in 2008. And there was a guy that dressed like Wolverine from the movie, the first one. And he had these. These are real. I could probably, I don't know if they'll go through somebody, but I could definitely fuck someone up with this thing. Anyway, 2009, Hugh Jackman was doing a play in Manhattan. Everybody was stopping for people, taking pictures, signing autographs. I wanted to go get that signed, the base on the bottom, and have him put this in his hand and put it to my throat, take a photo with it. It was only me and two other people that day. And he came, I'm like, fucking sweet. And he signed for the one person, took a picture with some girl. I'm like, Hugh, can you please put this in your hand and put it to my throat, take the photo? He's like, yeah, absolutely. His PR lady flipped the fuck out. You can't do that. Are you crazy? What if, blah, 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 blah. Just if I get hurt. And he looked at her like, bitch, shut up, I'm doing this. And then he got rushed inside. My mistake was I should have got the base done first. That's what I should have done. If I got the base done first, signed, and then for the photo, I'd be more happy. I mean, the photo's what I wanted. But she could have been like, he can't do that. You can do a regular picture. Fine. But she was a cunt about it and whatever. But come on, how stupid that have been if he just put this in his hand and got behind me and just put it to my throat? I mean, yeah, it's a safety hazard. One wrong move, I'm not making this video today. So, it is what it is. Live and learn. I'm not getting them now. First of all, I'm not going to Manhattan. You couldn't pay me to go anywhere near Manhattan right now. Fuck that. There's enough fucking statues in the sideshow warehouse to get me to go to fucking anywhere near Manhattan. So, anyway. That's McFarlane. That's Lucille. It's plastic. And I got that shit like not even a week after I met fucking Jeffrey Dean Morgan. So fucking bad. Okay, so that's signed by Ari. That's the NECA 2009 Friday 13th machete, signed by Derek Mears. Ted White, Tom Morga, C.J. Graham, Kane Hodder, Ken Kersinger, and I'm fucking botching his name, and Derek Mears. The glove is signed by Robert Englund. The top knife is signed by Tony Moran. The bottom one is signed by the guy that played Michael Myers in the last three. And the mask is signed by the kid that played Michael in the Rob Zombie one, the first one. I think the kid who played Michael in the second one, I think he did a convention, and he was either charging an arm and a leg for a photo, or we didn't go to the show. Somebody from the Halloween movie was charging an arm and a leg, and I didn't bother. And another person, we didn't go because we didn't go to the show itself. So, the door thingies, Pennywise, Ninja Turtles, more signs, my Aragon sword. It was actually my brother's. He gave it to me. He had the woman in his house for it. I'm like, fuck, I like to put it up and put it right there. So this is a birthday present. The Big Four show at Yankee Stadium. So basically, a friend of mine who sadly passed away from cancer 2 years ago, he knew somebody that knew somebody, and it was a birthday present. My birthday was like 2 weeks before the Big Four show. And he got one for me, one for Gina. And I didn't know what was going on. The day of the show, Gina's got, I'll never forget this. It was September 2011. And Gina's got this big shit-eating grin on her face. I'm like, what are you smiling for? You know, nothing. And the guy came to my house, and he's like, happy birthday. And I'm like, what is this? He goes, well, you need your ID. I'm like, what are you talking about? I open up, I'm like, yo, get the fuck out of here. So, I got to see Slayer again for like the 90th fucking time. It was fucking great. I mean, Jeff wasn't there, so that wasn't really the same. Megadeth's garbage. The new album's horse shit in a bag with a bow on it. Anthrax is Anthrax. And Metallica, it was cool. They came out and did Overkill at the end. So, but it was a great show. Anytime I get the chance to see Slayer, it's always a fucking good thing. No Ninja Turtle. Now, the reason I got these Ninja Turtles, I mean, people ask me all the time, why do you only have two? I was under the impression that Jax was making all four. Mikey was first. Leo was second. I was kind of hoping Donnie was third. Raph was fourth. And if for some reason they did a fifth, they did Splinter. That'd be sweet. Guess not. So, Freddie and Jason door thingies. That's the little room. All right, that's the four, you should say. We go to the little room. And if you guys have watched my videos, the shit I've been buying and posting, you've seen this. If not, again, welcome. I actually did this the other day. When my first attempt at this video. My only fear is some fucking retard's gonna walk in here, trip over Harry Warden, trip over Michael Myers, and I have to fucking punch him in the face for being fucking clumsy and stupid. Like Darth Vader said in Empire Strikes Back. He's as clumsy as he is stupid. Yeah, I know some people like that, which is fucking ridiculous. I'll go here real quick. My starting lineup figures. Oh, I've had to put hashes back. This is my little, that's the outlet I use when I'm down here. I have a Bluetooth speaker that I plug Gina's old cell phone into. I listen to like old Opie and Anthony or just shit like that, and I'll put like a long show on if I don't be down here for a minute. So these are my starting lineups. This is what started off for me. October 94 with Mike Richter, Tom Barrasso, on a turn survey. I told the story before, but I'll tell it again. I lived in Queens, New York. I grew up there. And at the time, I had a python. He was 94. He was maybe 5 feet, maybe 6 feet, if that. So go get him rats from Petland. You know, that's what he ate. Well, they had opened the McDonald's right across the street from the Petland. So I go in, I get the rats, walk across McDonald's, get the hamburgers. They were like 39-cent hamburgers and 49-cent cheeseburgers. Yeah, 94. Things were different then. So, I get up to me, my mother, my father, and I happen to come out of the McDonald's. I look to my left and I see like kids' bikes hanging and beach balls and shit. It's October. Like, why are the beach balls hanging? So I walk the block. Hey, whatever, it's a blockish. And I see it's a place called Toy Kitty House. It's in Richmond Hill, Queens. I think it's still there. I haven't been in the neighborhood in a while, so, and I don't want to go there either. Another fucking story for another day. So I walked in. I'm like, oh, again, it was like 90%, kid stuff, like baby cribs and strollers and carriages and clothes and kids' toys. I happen to look to my right and I see, oh, what is this? And then Rangers had just won a cup that previous June. I see Mike Richter. I'm like, oh, cool. $4.99. Mike Richter, I grabbed Barrasso, I grabbed Herbe. And that was it. And then there was a place in my neighborhood, comic store called Hall of Justice. And I had gone in there probably a couple months later. And I seen they had on the wall 1993 figures. They had Patrick Roy, Grant Fior. No, they had Patrick Roy and Ed Belfour. They didn't have Fior, because Fior at the time was the hardest one to get. So he told me, oh yeah, they did that, they have this, they have that, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, fucking sweet. So I told him a whole bunch of me. I get to obviously 94, and I wasn't rolling. I'm not rolling in dough now either, but I didn't have the money then. So he held on for me, and then I got them, and then I started going. He got me, he got me Collectors Club figures, which was that one right there, that one. Then he got me Canadian ones, which was that Grant Fior, which basically the same figure as that one. If you don't follow hockey, Grant Fior, he's black, and he's left-handed. So his catching glove is on his right hand as opposed to his left hand. So here he's got darker skin, which I don't know why I did that, and here he's lighter skinned. So, but basically the same figure. It's just a different card, and that's in Canadian, French Canadian. And then these were French Canadian. These were 95 Urban Barrage. So again, same figures as these, nothing different. Same fucking figure, just packaged different. And whatnot. Then I made a couple of customs when started out of business. Well, not out of business, when we kind of lost the license to McFarlane. Speaking of McFarlane, I have every individual goalie ever made. Every single individual goalie, like from Series 1, from Series 1, even the NHLPA, I only got the goalies. I only collect goalies. I don't collect players. I thought the goalies were like the coolest fucking figures. So I think I told the story, but I'll tell it again. So McFarlane at the time made these. He couldn't put the team logo. He could do the name of the player, the team colors. He could do everything for the fucking person except he actually could put the Avalanche for the A, the Sabres, the Maple Leafs. He could do the Flyers. So when Kendall lost the license to McFarlane, he re-released them. And he did like Cujo and Patrick Roy with the logo on the bottle. Sweet. Nice. Fast forward, Series 2. Dominic Hasek. This is the... Well, it's wrong because this is the chase and this is the regular. But everybody thought that this is the regular because the picture on the side, he's got the red jersey on. So basically, what McFarlane did was, like if you look, it's white, but the picture on the side, he's got the red jersey on. So that's when you think people thought that was the chase, and it wasn't. It was this one. So that was actually kind of harder to find back in 2002. When all the idiots thought that was the chase. This was. McFarlane fucked up. Anyway, happened to walk into a toy show in 2015, and I see this bad boy on the counter. It's this figure for $15. Now, if you look carefully, sorry for the moving camera, I just have to put this here. First paint sample, November 2001. So basically, this figure is made in China, sent here to get approval. I guess McFarlane said no. Somebody got a hold of him somewhere, and I got it. That's the only one in existence. There's a white jersey with the logo on the bottle. He has a Red Wings logo. Only Series 1 goalies had the logo on the bottle. There's a Hasek on the Sabres like that. And I could have bought it before the pandemic, and I fucking... Every day I think about it, 6 years later, I want to just fucking punch myself in the face. Hard. For being stupid. Yeah, I have every single goalie. They make goalies in 2-packs, 3-packs, Team Canada. I don't want to get the box ones. It's So I start a lot of freeze frames. I made a couple. Oh, those two on the floor. One's a custom. The hash is a custom, and the little wand goes regular. I have no, what am I going to figure out how I'm putting that in the hole? And apparently McFarland's making more goalies now, so I figure out what the fuck I'm doing there. That's gonna be a fucking fun thing. Wonderful. Yeah, the freezer. I made a couple. I made who did I make here? I made Sundin and Guy Bear. I made Adam Foote and John Bees book. Adam Foote must have fell and hurt himself. At least heavy injured. I made Fedorov and Brodeur. So I mean, again, I did it for teams who played against each other, preferably for a cup. So anyway, here's my games. Yes, I'm a Michigan fan. This has this is Legends Ultimate. It's got 300 games on it. A lot of them are Atari from back when I was a kid. So my brothers, my friends come over. They got to play this game because it has a lot of Atari games on it. So they're cool with the Atari games. Yeah, it has 300 games on it. It's a pretty fucking sweet game. Here's my Pinhead animatronic I've had forever. There's my dad got those from fucking KB Toys. I don't know what fucking year it was. You see a sticker right there. Have a flashback, guys? KB. And he hoarded shit. So after he passed away, we just going through boxes and I found those. I said, I'm fucking taking these things. These things are fucking sweet. The Michael Myers plushie. My D&D figures, which I don't know why they stopped making them for, but whatever. So this cabinet has 60 games on it, all 80s games. Pac-Man, Donkey Kong Jr., Dig Dug, Mr. Deuce Castle, shit like that. 20 games. I think Missile Command's on here too. So again, my brothers and my friends go, but they want to play these games. I make a joke, you got to put a quarter in. Yeah, you can, but I'm not taking any fucking money. So here's my Krampus. I only plugged him in once the day I got him for like a hot second, and I just took it off. So actually, I'm gonna pause this for a second because I actually want to do one thing. Hold on a second. Okay, I got the selfie stick going. It's gonna hurt my fucking hand. I should have done this before, but already about 20 minutes into this video. So anyway, here's my Krampus. Here's my Rampage. This is actually a pretty funny story. So I had gotten the Terminator game for my birthday in 2022. And I thought I had made all the games. Like, oh, I'll get them. And I sort of made Rampage. So Rampage is kind of hard to get. So I want to say, God damn it. Why is it crooked? Is it a selfie stick? Hold on. I'm going to pause this again. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm back. So, Gina, I found it online. The guy was in PA. Just over the border. Maybe 45 minutes from here. So we go and we pull in front of a gas station. And sure enough, we're sitting there, I'm like, Gina, why we parked in front of a gas station, a police station? And she goes, oh, yeah, just wait. I'm like, this is fucking a little freaky. She gets a text on her phone. She hands me money. She goes, yeah, go give this to the guy with the truck. I'm like, what is this fucking, this is like some fucking, doing some shit like this in front of a police station? You out of your fucking mind? She goes, you'll thank me later. I'm like, all right. And one day the guy had a brand new box. He moved and I guess he's one of those guys who's lets his wife tell him what to do. Sorry, but I don't go for that shit. I don't go for that. You know, if you're doing something you enjoy, don't let anybody tell you different. Now, I hear a lot of people say, oh, we had a girlfriend that liked this stuff. Yeah, they're out there. You just got to find them. Don't find a woman that's going to, talk down to your collection or your hobby. Because I've been there and done that. I've had a woman come to my house when I lived with my parents. And this one chick, we come down the basement, she looks around. I got my parents' basement was not tiny, it was a decent sized basement. I had a lot of shit there. A lot of shit was in the garage packed up. And she goes, aren't you a little old to be playing with toys? And I'm like, you fucking cunt. I was cursing that breath. I'm like, before I say or do something I'm going to regret, you should leave. And she left. I never saw her again. So me and Gina first started talking again in 2008. I forwarded her my Flickr page I had at the time with my collection on it. And I said, hey, check this out. I'm like, did you look at it? She said, yeah. I said, you saw the figures? She said, yeah, that's pretty cool. They make horror figures like that. Apparently she didn't give a fuck. So here we go. So, but I got the rent page from a guy in the back of a truck in front of a police station. I got this game for $100. Actually, there's my what do you call it? Backpacks. And my Jason mask and Jason axe from the NES game. I got this for $100 from some lady on Marketplace. I used to happen to go on Marketplace and see $100 brand new in a box. I'm like, there's got to be a catch. There's got to be. It's just a box. Nothing's in it. It's gonna be a surprise. Like surprise, and be dust or like fucking foam. And she was like, oh yeah, I live here, and went to go meet her. And sure enough, I gave her $100 cash and took the fucking game. Sweet. Came back, put it together. My brother calibrated it because you gotta line it up perfectly, and I did it good, and my brother did it better than me. So, like, sweet. Now this game has 5,000 games on it. You heard me right, 5,000. Nintendo, Super Nintendo, I think Sega, arcade games from the 80s and 90s. Really fucking cool game. Really cool game. And this is why. Did I not put that out further? You fucking idiot. Damn it. Sorry, I didn't put that out further. Yeah, and this is why I miss Party City. These guys right here. Fuck. So I come down here to play this game a lot. This is one of the games I play frequently. My Star Wars, I play WrestleFest, the old WrestleFest game. Arcade One Up released it, but Slaughter isn't on it. No Sergeant Slaughter, no Legion of Doom. Is my Frankenstein. I'm still getting the bride. She's still on a docket of things to get. So, my Frankenstein shoes. Here's my Pac-Man. Well, actually, it's crazy because I got my Pac-Man chair. It's crazy because when I bought this game about a little over a year ago, somewhere around here, I bought it. The only one at Walmart. I'm like, sweet. I didn't realize that Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man had different games on it. So I put it together and I noticed, like, wait a second, why is the cabinet itself Miss Pac-Man, but the screen with the actual guts in it is Pac-Man? I'm like, sweet. And I realized that there's 3 games that come with Pac-Man that don't come with the Miss Pac-Man, and Miss Pac-Man is one of them. It's no Miss Pac-Man, I believe, no Dragon something, and no King of Balloon. It comes with a Galaga 88, Rolling Thunder, and something else. I forgot what it was. These boys. Oh, can't wait. They're doing all 4 Cinnabites from Hellraiser. And fucking Leprechaun. I can't wait. These have to get relocated because I'm not at any room for 5 more. Here's my Art the Clown. I can see Spirit doing a sidestep of this year of art. 1,000%. My plushies from CBS from '99. Can't believe these fucking things had that long. Jesus Christ. Okay, this is this has 12 games on it, 14 games on it. This has 12. Other Street Fighters, Commando, Final Fight, not Commando, Ghosts and Goblins. A couple of games I never played. A couple of games I never heard of before. Like hold on, never heard of that game. Never heard of this game. Yeah, these 2 games never heard of. But like all these Street Fighters, obviously I played as a kid. Not a kid, but Final Fight's great, Commando's great, Ghosts and Goblins, 1944. I never played these. Basically, like back in the '80s, they tried to up the next game. So, like Double Dragon was first, and then Street Fighter, and then Mortal Kombat. But back then, they were trying to outdo everybody else with fighting games like Final Fight. 2 guys, muscular, blonde hair, dark hair, beat the shit out of everybody. Same with shooting games. Contra, which supposedly is John Rambo and John Matrix. I don't know how true that is, but look at the time it came out, it kind of makes sense. So, more school bags and shoulder bags that Hacksaws from Spirit. Those were from... Oh, I got those at fucking... I got those from... It was either Home Goods, Marshalls, or TJ Maxx. Those 3 signs. That Killer Clown sign is a custom. That's from Spirit Halloween, which actually Syndicate Collectibles is making a life-size clown from Poltergeist. There's the my Star Wars game, and there's my Chewbacca popcorn bucket, and the Chucky from Kid Robot, and signs. And what I want to do is, since this isn't, that shelf isn't flat, I want to get a shelf thingy and make it flat and put my Star Wars, my Hallmark things on there. Plug them all in, and just turn them on when I come in here. So, again, Spirit stuff, the art, and the Pennywise. Air fresheners. This is a custom that Gina got from someone on Etsy. It was made on a door, which is pretty crazy. Thank you. Half scale Michael Myers. It's the other Michael Myers. There's Candyman. There's Ghostface. The half scale Ghostface and Pennywise. Oh, thank you again. PCS Leatherface, the Nun, which people still go gaga for this fucking thing. And it's crazy. I told before. I'll say it again. The day I got that Pennywise, the flyer for her was in that box. And Gina went online and immediately ordered it. Elite Creature Collectibles, Freddy, the bust, and the statue. The Howling. Oh my god, this thing is so fucking awesome. I fucked up, didn't get the variant, the exclusive with the bloody arm. It is what it is. So we still got this fucking statue. I love it. My dad would have lost his shit over this thing. Oh my god, he would have lost his fucking mind. He would have had this thing sitting in the middle of my fucking dining room on a fucking pedestal. And my mom would have screamed at him that he's fucking nuts. Elite Creature Collectibles, again, Pennywise, statue and bust. And it's funny because they're still in business, but they don't do horror stuff. They do mostly like weird shit. Like a lot of Jurassic Park dinosaur shit. I mean, yeah, he teaches on Ash from Evil Dead. And again, Elite Creature Collectibles. Jason Bustin statue. On the bottom here we have, that's the Syndicate Collectibles Pumpkinhead. Killer Clowns. The original Howling Werewolf, which actually my dad's little mask card is on. Right there. It's been there since, the day after his wake. Because it wasn't my dad, I wouldn't be into horror movies. He's the one that made me watch horror. Not made me. He allowed me, I should say. And Universal Monsters was the first. Killer Clowns. That's PCS. Now again, I like both these Pumpkinhead statues. Both poses are sweet. The color on that is I like the color on that a little more than I do this one. I have a PCS do another Pumpkinhead. I might get him. I might not get him. I don't know. My reasoning for not getting him would be the same reason for not getting the quarter scale Ghostface, because it's the same figure. Like Jason is different. I mean, yeah, Pennywise, Freddy's the same thing, but, it's like, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. It's like 50-50. I don't know. I guess a little like a money deal. Sideshow Lord of Darkness. Now, again, I said this before, I'll say it again. My brain's fucking shot. The first statue I ever bought, Sideshow. The first Sideshow statue I ever bought was either this or Jason from Freddy vs. Jason. I don't remember which one it was. But it's one of them. Predator. The Predator bust, which Gina got for me, which is, I think it's fucking sweet. Heavy as a motherfucker. Fucking heavy. Ridiculously heavy. And then, PCS Lord of Darkness. Ben Cooper figures. Hold on a second. Step up, thumbtack. This is great. Let me see if I can get this open without fucking kill myself. I got a lot fucking good. That fucking hurt. Ow, damn it. Yeah, I'm not gonna get every Ben Cooper figure. I'm not getting like the superheroes. I'm not getting turtles. I'm just gonna get the horror and call it a day. Not against anybody else, but the horror ones are my favorite things. Obviously, I love horror movies. The bottom there is the Terrifier from your sister's ass from Trinity Studios, which is really fucking knocking out of the park, which is ridiculous after what they had at fucking Toy Fair. CBS Universal Monsters, the little ones and the medium ones. My Unmatched Furies. So that's a custom. Hogan's a custom. It's signed by Hogan. That's a prototype. Apparently there's only 5 of those in existence. And it's not plastic. It's like a plastic resin. And I say when I sell these, I promised this figure to a friend of mine. Rey Mysterio is his favorite wrestler. And I already told him it's his. So I'm not going to sell it or anything. Maximum Sweat. I have all of these, even the exclusives. These were an EB Games exclusive, D6. Shamrock, Billy Gunn, Road Dogg, Edge, Taker, and Austin. These are all autographed. These are all people who are living autographed. But since then, who has passed away? Piper's passed away. Umaga's passed away. Iron Sheik's passed away. Who else passed away since I got these signed? I forgot who else. Sabu passed away. My Bone Crunchers, my first wrestling that I started collecting. Other than obviously the LJNs don't count because they all got destroyed, but I'm actually keeping and displaying my Bone Crunchers. This isn't even all of them. I got another box inside I got to put up. I'm an idiot because I miscalculated this. Because, God bet I should know how to count past 5. And I would have room for a lot more if I would have realized. What I should have did was, when I moved in here, is put the bookshelves up first. And then did the shelf. I could have definitely got another foot long shelf in here easily. Another 2, I should say. But I have all these all exclusives and like all the Austins. The whole back row is Austin. I don't know if you guys know that or not. The whole back row is Austin. And then the middle ones right here, like exclusives, like box sets, like that Austin was WrestleMania. You had to pull a little ticket out of a figure. What else? Royal Rumble one. Where's the Royal Rumble one? Yeah, that one right there. The Royal Rumble one right there. You had to mail in your 1999 Royal Rumble receipt. You had to mail that in. Your bill, show you bought the Royal Rumble. And you got put in the drawing. And you got this with a Vince McMahon with the Royal Rumble logo on his jacket. Or you got a Royal Rumble T-shirt. And a friend of mine gave me his bill. He mailed it for me. He mailed it in. I mailed mine in. I got the figures. He got the shirt. So I said, keep the shirt. I don't want the shirt. So, and then down here, Ringside Rebels and Ring Giants. Not they call Ring Giants. Ringside Rebels, something else they're called. Anyway, I told the story. I'll make it short. 2004, I broke up with my ex who lived in Jersey. She's a cunt. I could give 2 shits about her. She'd fall off the earth tomorrow. I'd fucking throw a party. So I moved back home to Queens to my parents' basement. They didn't give a fuck. My parents never gave a fuck that I was living there. Because they helped my dad with everything. My dad needed help, I helped him. If I was home. So I put everything down in the basement. I displayed what I had the room for. And I put everything else, I tubbed it up and boxed it up and put it in my garage. So I want to say, it had to be 2010-ish, I say. Around Super Bowl time, maybe football playoffs. Went to my parents' house. We'll go to my parents' house, I should say. And my brother's birthday. My brother's birthday in January. So, like right before that week prior, I got a phone call from my mom. I'm talking about, well, your father wants to talk to you. He found something in the garage. He wants to know what it is. I'm like, okay. My father's on the phone. I'm like, what's up? He goes, I was moving stuff around in the garage and I found a box of wrestling figures. I'm like, a box or a tub? He goes, no, not the tub. The tub's inside. The box. There's a box of wrestling figures. They're like 12 inches tall. It's Hogan, it's The Undertaker, it's Stone Cold, it's The Rock. It's, I'm like, Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold, The Rock. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm thinking my father's like lost his fucking mind. At this point, I think he's maybe just, that was it. He just lost his fucking mind. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, no, I'm telling you. I'm like, I mean, my parents have a cell phone. And this is before smartphones. So I'm like, you know what? I'm coming in on Sunday. I'll check him out. And he had brought the box in the house, and sure enough, I opened it up, and I said, figures, what I thought. I forgot I fucking had these. I fucking forgot I had these figures. That's crazy. I lost my mind forgetting that. So, and here is a, real quick, that's a prototype, unreleased. So basically, that was supposed to be a Toy Fair 2010 exclusive. But since Jakks lost the license to Mattel, it never got released. And at the time, I was friends with somebody who worked for Jakks, and he was hooking me up. And one thing he had that he couldn't sell me, and I'm still mad about, he had the Unmatched Fury Series 13, I think it was, or 14. 13. It was Chavo Guerrero, John Morrison with a fur coat, Sergeant Slaughter, and a rocker, Shawn Michaels. And he said there was 2 sets in box in the warehouse, but they couldn't sell them. And I offered him money. I wasn't cheaping out on him. It was like $20. I offered him a couple. I offered him a nice chunk of change. He's like, I'll see what I could do. And I had bought the last 1 of 500 from him, which I believe was Matt Hardy, at the end of 2009. And I stayed in touch with him till about early 2010. And then I emailed him a couple times, and that was it. He never got back to me. He actually gave to me, which I actually gave to a friend of mine, the old WCW cards that the wrestlers signed, they put in packs. Well, apparently, Rey Mysterio never signed his cards, and he had them all. And he would have Rey sign one here and there, and it would just sell them. But he gave me a card, unsigned. But I gave it to a friend of mine whose favorite wrestler, Rey Mysterio, and he got it signed. He actually had it signed and graded, and in the case, he has it on his wall. So, we got over here my Ghostface pop, Ghostface animatronic. It's funny actually. If you look, his arm is broken. I had to do a little Frankenstein to it. So I paid Halloween 2010, maybe 11. My brother was like, "Can I borrow one of the animatronics?" I'm like, "Which one?" He goes, "What one you're not using?" I'm like, "I'm not using Ghostface." You know, he got come over that weekend. He grabbed it again. He just collapsed. You know, you put your foot in the bottom, you hit this thing, and put it down. You go from 6 foot to 3 foot, which makes it easy to move around. I told him, just be careful. You know, don't fucking break it. Yeah. So Halloween comes. It was a little windy that day, but I didn't think nothing of it. And he calls me that night. He was like, "Rich, we got a problem." I'm like, "What happened?" I'm thinking somebody stole it because he had it in front of his house. He's like, "I had Ghostface outside, and a big gust of wind came, knocked him down, his hand broke." I'm like, his hand was on because his hand broke off with a knife in it. I'm like, okay, no big deal. And we brought it back, and we're sitting there, how can we do this? And I got 2 of these little spikes. They're about maybe, I can't even. I can't even, say maybe 6 inches. And I taped the top part of the hook to the hand, and I taped the other part to his arm. But I got to do it again because the tape's getting 15, 16 years now. So, let me go over here real quick, and then we done this room soon. My Spawn figures, 95, I started this. Wow, 30 years ago already. My brother Peter got me 6 of them for Christmas that year. Spawn, Medieval Spawn, Pilot Spawn, Commando Spawn, Malbolgia, and Clown, I believe it was. And he got me for Christmas at the place Hall of Justice. And then I would go in there and voila. And he's not even all of them. I didn't put like McFarlane always did paint variants, and I didn't put the paint variants out. I did, but I didn't. My original Dungeons and Dragons figures when I was 11. And if you look actually, right there, that guy, the green guy, he's missing a leg. The day my father was going to put these away so my brothers wouldn't break them, my brother got hold of him and broke his leg. No bullshit. Here's the rubber guys, all the monsters in the monster manual. Here's the new the cartoon from the 80s. I had to get these. I could not get these. These could not be sitting on a shelf. These are all mine when I was a kid. Smurfs and Pac-Man and Gremlins and Snoopy and Q*bert. And then the bottom one is all my Weebles. These are all originally my Weebles from fucking the 70s. Yeah. More hockey. Pro Action Deluxe. For some reason that Richter and Colsey were the hardest ones to get. And that Team Canada from 98. They also made with the NHLPA logo on them, which was stupid. So I grabbed all these. Bobbleheads. And then the in the crease, it's the little headliners with the team helmet, which is pretty cool. Tortured Souls. I love the fucking Tortured Souls. Fucking fantastic. 12-inch Rick Fowler figures. Greatest thing ever made, honestly. And then, I told the story before, I'll tell it again. That flag right there. I got it. It was either a 4th of July parade or a Memorial Day parade. I forgot which one it was. And it was on the avenue in my neighborhood. And we all went, and then we gave out the flags. So I just grabbed it, and I went home with it. And I went in my bedroom, and I happened to look to my right. Again, it's 96, you know. And I happened to look over, and I'm like, So he had a knife in his hand. I took the knife out, and I put the flag in, and it's been there ever since. So it's basically 30 years it's been sitting there. It's like a clothy flag. It's actually, let me tell you something. This shit's made better then than it is right now. You like these little flags now, you wave them once, and they fall apart. And last but not least, my Spalding animatronic. And my Troxing here. With Tom Man in it. It lights up, actually. Let me put that on real quick for you. The buttons light up over there. That's nice. It was funny, actually, when I brought this to Monster Mania. It's going to be a year this weekend that I got to sign, but I got to play Tom Man. And I had the cover with me. And it was funny because I walked in and everybody was like, yo, was that Troxing cover? Can cover? I'm like, yeah. I showed them the picture. Like, oh my God, that's fucking awesome. So, it's pretty sweet. That's pretty much it. There's these guys. And, yeah, he's my Harry Warden bust that Gina got for me, custom made. And Peter Cowper signed it. Very cool. And then the Michael. And there's the art. And that's pretty much it for this room. All right. This is part 1. Part 2 will be up momentarily after this. See you in a few.